Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for September 23rd. September 23rd is the 266th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 267th in leap years, with 99 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is boil. Boil is one of those words that can be a noun or a verb, and it has a variety of different meanings. As a verb, boil can mean to reach or cause to reach the temperature at which water turns to vapor. To cook or be cooked by immersing in boiling water or stock to come to the boiling point. Boil can mean to become agitated, as in angry, to burst forth. As a noun, boil can mean the temperature at which liquid bubbles turn to vapor, like bring it to a boil. Or a swirling upheaval of water, like a boiling river. Boil can also refer to a particular type of localized swelling and inflammation of the skin, resulting from an infection of hair follicle and adjacent tissue. I'm not going to include a picture of a boil. If you've ever had one, you know what they look like already, and you know how painful they can be. The word boil comes to us from Middle English, from Anglo-French before that. The first known use of the word boil is in the 15 and 1600s. Boil. And with that, we're going to start with Harvard College. Founded in 1636, Harvard College is the original school of Harvard University, the oldest institution of higher learning in the United States, quite prestigious the world over. The school's first students graduated in 1642, and the first commencement exercises at Harvard College occurred on September 23rd, 1642. Lewis and Clark returned to St. Louis on September 23rd, 1806, after having explored the Pacific Northwest of the United States. The Knickerbockers Baseball Club was founded in New York on September 23rd, 1845. Baseball had quickly become an extremely popular sport, and just about everybody wanted to play. So to keep things more manageable, to keep the numbers of the players and just the management more manageable, membership in the Knickerbockers was by invitation and required the payment of dues. It was the first baseball team to play under modern rules most closely resembling those of today's baseball. The Knickerbockers were one of the teams playing in what is generally considered to be the first officially recorded baseball games, which was played at the Elysian Fields in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1846. And the New York Knickerbockers were the first ever recorded baseball uniforms. Well, isn't this interesting? Nintendo, the consumer electronics and video game company. Nintendo was founded on September 23rd, 1889. 1889. Originally founded as Nintendo Kopai, they later changed the name of the company to Nintendo Company Limited. The company was founded to produce and market a playing card game called Hanafuda, which means flower cards. These are cards with flowers on one side and plain on the back, and a variety of games can be played with them. Nintendo stayed in business all this time since 1889, and in 1977, they released their first video game console. Donkey Kong followed in 1981, Super Mario Bros. In 1985. Nintendo has produced such video game consoles and devices as the Game Boy, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Nintendo DS, the Wii, and the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo, wow, 1889. I had no idea the things one learns while researching for this day in history. What a remarkable day September 23rd is. On September 23rd, 1911, this is the date of the first official airmail delivery for the United States Post Office, delivered by pilot Earl Ovington. This is the birthday of actor Mickey Rooney, born September 23rd, 1920. His career spanned 9 decades. He was in over 300 movies, was one of the last surviving actors from the silent movie days. He played Andy Hardy in the 1930s and 40s and a lot of other parts too. I mean, he was in over 300 movies. My goodness, Mickey Rooney. He lived to the age of 93. This is the birthday of Ray Charles, born September 23rd, 1930. He went blind in childhood, perhaps due to glaucoma. A brilliant mind and an award-winning innovator in music, Ray Charles lived to the age of 73. The Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts opened in New York City on September 23rd, 1962. Now, does anybody here use that Mozilla Firefox browser? The first public version of Mozilla Firefox was released on September 23rd, 2002. Today's song is The Letter by the Box Tops, number 1, September 23rd, 1967. This begins the first of 4 weeks in the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Sung in a style known as blue-eyed soul, The Letter was the first and biggest record chart hit for the Box Tops. The voice you hear in this song is Alex Chilton, who was only 16 years old when this song was recorded. The airplane sound you hear in the song was overdubbed using a sound effects record borrowed from the local library. The Letter by the Box Tops, number 1, September 23rd, 1967. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.